Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again with a quick review of the Orei UHD-401MV 4x1 HDMI multi-viewer. This product makes it incredibly easy for you to share the output from 4 different HDMI media devices with a single high-definition or ultra-high-definition monitor at the same time, while still providing complete control over how those displays are organized using the buttons on the front of the unit, the included remote control, or even through a connection with your computer. There are 8 pre-programmed display modes built into the unit that you can easily switch between. It also fully supports 4K ultra-high definition media content, which means you know it'll work with all of your modern media gear. It's also HDMI 2.0B and HDCP 1.x and 2.2 compliant, which means it supports a wide range of different media styles. It also provides audio extraction capabilities that will strip the audio from the media stream you're sharing and allow you to pass that along through an analog or digital connection on the back to a soundbar or home stereo for better quality audio. Now, as part of this review, I always like to start with an unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the kit, and that way you'll understand exactly what you get if you buy the product. And then I'll take a closer look at the multi-viewer because I want to show you all the connections and indicators so you understand exactly how to use it when you get it home. And then I'll come back and point out a few things that really separate this particular product from a lot of other multi-viewers on the market, and you can use those things to compare it to other products you might be considering. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find the 4x1 multi-viewer. You'll also find a single DC power supply. You can simply plug this into any wall outlet. The other end has a barrel connection on it with a locking collar. You can slide that into the DC input port of the back of the unit and provides all the power you'll need for operation. You'll also find a bracketing kit that's included that allows you to mount this up off the ground and out of the way if you choose to do that. There's an RS-232 connection block, which makes connecting this to a computer incredibly easy if you decide to remotely control it from your computer. You'll also find an infrared remote control. They also include an infrared extender cable here, and that's really handy if you mount this inside of a cabinet or a wiring closet and the remote can't see the front of the unit. You'll need to extend the receiver outside of that cabinet. You'll simply plug this into the back of the unit, use the sticky pad to attach this to something outside of the closet to pick up those infrared remote control signals. You'll also find a warranty card and a full instruction manual included that lists everything you could possibly want to know about this product, including connection diagrams and specifications and other really important details that explain how to use this product so you get the best value out of it. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at the multi-viewer, and then I'll come back and point out a few things that I really like about this product that you can use to compare it to others you might be considering. The UHD-401MV features a full metal enclosure which makes it incredibly durable. On either side you'll find ventilation slots that are designed to let the heat that develops during operation escape and keeps the electronics inside at a very comfortable temperature. On the front of the unit, starting on the left, you'll find a power button. The minute you tap that power button and have power added to the unit, it starts an internal power on self-test. When it completes that test, it'll light the LED right there, letting you know the module's ready to use. To the right of that are 5 LEDs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and auto. Those indicate which of the inputs is currently being sent to the monitor. Now, normally you can switch between them by tapping the input button or put it in automatic mode, and that will take the input that was last used and send that to the monitor. If you'd like to go into multi-view mode, tap that button right there. The unit has 8 pre-programmed display modes built in. You can step through those by tapping that button. You can also adjust the resolution right here of the media being sent through. So you have a choice of different resolutions. You can tap that to walk through them. Finally, there's one infrared receiver behind this window right here, and that's where the signals from the remote controller picked up. So you want to make sure that this is visible on your computer desk or in your media center so the remote can see that. If you put this inside of a cabinet, you'll have to use the IR extender. I'll show you where that plugs in a minute. On the bottom of the unit, you'll find 4 rubber feet that are designed to protect the surface you set this down on. They'll also keep it firmly in place. You'll find mounting holes on the bottom as well that you can use with the included bracketing kit to mount this up off the ground and out of the way if you choose to do that. On the rear of the units where you'll make all your connections, starting on the left, you'll find 2 analog and 1 digital. It's an optical SP-DIF connection, and these are audio outputs. Again, this unit does audio extraction, so it'll actually strip the audio from the media you're sending through it, and it can pass that along to an older stereo through the analog connection, or a newer stereo or soundbar through the optical digital connection right here. You'll also find an HDMI port that's labeled output. That connects to the monitor that you'd like to enjoy the content from your 4 inputs. To the right of that are 4 more HDMI connections right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those connect up to your 4 media devices that you'd like to display on that monitor. To the right of that is an RS-232 connection, and that's used for connecting a computer if you'd like to make those choices remotely. To the right of that is a 3.5mm port. That's where the infrared extender plugs in if you decide to use that product. And again, if you mount this inside of a cabinet where you can't see that window in the front, you'll want to use that extender. Finally, to the right of that is the DC input port. That's used with the included power supply. You'll plug it into the wall. The other end of that cable is a barrel connector, plugs right in there, and you'll tighten that collar. And that provides all the power you'll need for operation. I hope that closer look was helpful. Now here are a few really important things to keep in mind when you're comparing the Orei UHD-401MV 4x1 HDMI multiviewer to other products you may be considering. The first thing has to do with resolution. This product fully supports 4K ultra high definition media content at 60 frames a second. A lot of other products in the market may only support 1080p, or if they support 4K, maybe 30 frames a second. So knowing you've got the latest high resolution standard on the market today means this product will work with all of your new modern media gear. And even if you're using older gear, you know you've got a product that will handle all that gear as you decide to upgrade it later on to a higher resolution. I also like the fact that it does audio extraction on the back. That allows me to strip the audio digitally from the media I'm sharing on that monitor and pass it along to a really nice soundbar or home stereo for better quality audio. The product is also HDMI 2.0B compliant, as well as HDCP 1.x and 2.2. And that's important because HDMI has gone through a lot of changes, and the very latest standard of HDMI includes a lot of advanced features that you'll want to take advantage of. So knowing you've got a product that's HDMI 2.0B compliant means you can take advantage of all those features. The HDCP compliance is important as well because that controls copy protection. A lot of media nowadays has copy protection built in, and if you're using a product that has an older version of HDCP enabled, you may not be able to play that content. So knowing you've got 1.x and 2.2 compliant means that you've got a product that can play a wide variety of different media styles that are on the market today. A couple other things that are nice. I like that they've included a remote control, because normally you might have this on your desk and you've got multiple computers you're trying to squeeze onto one screen, and you can reach those buttons on the front, but you might also want to use this in your media center because maybe you're watching a movie and you want some security cameras on the side. So having a remote control means that you can put this on a cabinet and sit way back on your couch and relax and still have complete control over how those displays are organized. In addition to that, they've thought about including an IR extender in the kit as well, and that's really important because, again, if you put this inside of a cabinet or a wiring closet, this allows you to mount this outside that closet and still pick up those remote control signals. And then the last thing I like about the product is, and I know this is a small point, but a lot of these devices tend to have HDMI connections on the side or the front, and that's really ugly from a wiring perspective. With this one, all your controls are up front and indicators, and all your connections are in the back, which means when you set this up on a cabinet, all the cables you're going to connect to it come out the back and fall off the back of that table. So you don't have any cables sticking out the side or out the front that are going to get in the way. So I think they've done a wonderful job putting a product together in a full metal enclosure, which means it's going to be incredibly durable. It's got brackets where you can mount it up off the ground. It's really just a great product for solving the problem of trying to display multiple HDMI media sources on a single monitor at the same time. So hopefully you found this review helpful, and these things I've pointed out will help you make a decision when you're comparing this against another product that you may be considering. Thanks an awful lot for watching, and again, until next time, stay nerdy.